Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is YAHMAD. So we will continue with JavaScript and we're now going to be focusing on using functions. So what we're going to be doing is, if you check out the previous video, is something similar to this where we've inputted a couple of numbers, stored them into variables, and then we had two functions to either add or to multiply the numbers, and then eventually we outputted the results. So please check out the previous video for this task. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be inputting again two numbers, but we're also going to choose now, we're going to allow the user to input if they want to add or if they want to multiply. So let me just take some elements from here first of all. So let me take the title, simple calculator. Okay, and in the body section, what we're going to do is have an output of the result of our calculation. So let me just type in here H1, and then we need an identifier. So ID equals result. So we don't know yet if we're going to be adding or multiplying. So if I preview this, nothing's going to be outputted yet. What we want to do is we want three inputs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just take some here, just copy and paste this value into here. So do you know what? I'm going to type it out myself. What I need to do, I forgot, I need to type in here script, close the brackets, and in the script we're going to now add a JavaScript. So I can now copy that variable in. So we've got the first number is going to be entered as an integer. That's why I've got parse int. Let me copy and paste the second one. And to make this program a little bit different, now what we're going to choose or have is the operator. So var, and this is going to be entered as a string. So we don't need to do parse int equals prompt, and open that up, the brackets. What do we want to say? We want to say enter the operation, and then I can just put in a plus or a multiplication asterisk. Okay, so right now that should work. So let me just save that. If we go to our browser, first number 3, second number 4, what do you want to do? Do you want to, let's add. So type in the plus. So nothing's going to happen right now, okay? Now what we need to do is we're going to have a condition based on what's been entered here. So if you check out the previous videos, we've been doing these conditional statements, and this is going to be in a function. Okay, so if I type in here function, and let's give this function a name, we can call it calculate, calculate. And what we need to do now is to open up the brackets, and in the brackets we need to include all of the variables that have been passed through into this function. So we've got num1, num2, and an operator. Okay, and then let's open up these curly brackets for the actual condition part. So if, and let's open up these brackets now, and this is a logical test operation. So the contents operator, if this contents of this variable is equals to, so we want to do a complete match, that's why we've got 3 equals to plus. Okay, and if that's true, what we want to do is we want to get the curly brackets, return, okay, num1 plus num2, num1 plus num2. And that's if it's true. If what we've entered here is equals plus, then we're going to add the numbers. If that's not true, okay, what we're now going to do is else if. And then let's do another logical test. So if operation or operator, this variable here, is now equals to the asterisk for the multiplication. Let me see what the asterisk is. Okay. And if that's true, we're going to open the curly brackets. And instead of adding this time, we're going to return a multiplication. Okay, change that to the asterisk. And let's say you've typed in something completely different. What we're going to do, okay, here, just move this up a little bit. Type in here else and return, just put like invalid. Okay. Right, so this function here is going to be taking the value that's been entered into this variable, and it's going to be comparing it to either a plus or an asterisk and returning the relevant calculation. Okay, right, once we've done that, okay, we now need to create a variable which would contain the results of this function. So we can call it var result, okay, and type in here equals the name of the function plus any variables which may have been used. Okay. And once we've done that, we now want to display the results on a web page. Okay. So we're going to be using the inner HTML to output the results of this results variable, and it's going to be posted here. Okay, so let's do that. So we need to type in here document dot get element by ID. Okay, which ID we're referring to is going to be result. After the bracket dot inner HTML. Okay, equals, and you know what? Just to make my life easier, I'm going to type just result like this. I'm not going to concatenate anything in this example. Okay, so there's the program, and let's see if this works. So we have the output that's going to be placed here. Then we have the JavaScript here, which will allow us to enter two numbers, an operator, and this function will compare what's been entered in the operator. If it's the same as the plus, it's going to return this, number 1 plus number 2. If that's not true, we're going to check if this operator is equals to the asterisk, then it'll return num1 multiplied by num2. And if you haven't typed in either plus or asterisk, we'll return invalid for the result. Okay, so the result is basically coming from this function here. Right, let's save this and let's check if this has worked. So we got first number 4, second number 2. What do you want to do? I want to add. So we should get 6. Okay. Let's do that again, but this time I want to multiply. So 4, 2, and the asterisk. So we should have 8. Yes, that's working. Okay, guys, I hope that makes sense. So we're using a function in this case to basically compare what's been entered into the operator, and we're getting two different types of results based on, if we're adding or multiplying. Let's check if the invalid works. Actually, I didn't check the last part. So when you are checking your work, you should always check each part of the condition. So 4, 2, and I'm just going to put and, for example, invalid. That's not what we want. Maybe you can be more specific. You can say you can only enter either a plus or an asterisk at this point. Right, guys, thank you for joining me in this video. Please keep on watching these videos. We're going to be looking at functions in a little bit more detail. We're going to be adding some buttons eventually as well to these programs as well. Right, drop your comments below, like and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.